All right, we're doing the Leetcode daily for July 1st. Number 3330. Find the original type string one. It's my first time looking at this, and we'll give my live coding analysis. So, let's say. It's easy. All right. Alice is attempting to type a specific string on a keyboard, on a computer. However, she tends to be clumsy and may press a key for too long, resulting in a character being typed multiple times. Although Alice has tried to focus on her typing, she is aware that she may still have done this at most once. You're given a string word which represents the final output displayed on Alice's screen. Return the total number of possible original strings that Alice might have intended to type. Okay. So the possible strings are A, B, B, C, C, C. So that's if she didn't make any mistakes. She dropped the C. She dropped two C's. I'm still confused. Wait, what? Oh, she only makes like one mistake, I guess is this what she's trying to say? Like for each I don't get, although Alice tried to focus on her typing, she is aware that she may still have done this at most once. I don't know what that means, but I get this problem. Okay. It's a little confusing, but so you have A, B, C, C, C. So essentially for every repeating value that's adjacent, um, you want to count the number of adjacent values minus one pretty much. Because if you have four C's, that means that she could have done three C's by accident, two C's by accident, or it's better, one C by accident, two C's by accident, three C's. So I'm actually going to, so like what matters here is you can't just like take a counter because like order does matter. So I am going to go over the word here. Um, how do I do? Yeah, like that. I'm going to. So essentially, you want to find the consistent values. So A, B, B, and then C, C, C. You want to count how many exist in a row. So last, let's look at the constraints really quick. Yeah, the rank equals one. And also, which is very interesting, is that the word length is only 100. Okay. Last char equals none. So what we're going to do here is if last char does not equal word of I, we're going to set last char equal to word of I. And then we can continue. So we're just updating the last char value. What is it essentially? Actually, we don't even need to have this if statement. This is kind of like useless. Like we really should be updating this value every single time. And then if last char does not equal none, we want to go into it and we want to say, I guess, you know what, we'll just set this equal to 0. And then we don't have to worry about it being none. Yeah, okay. So if last char equals word of I, I'm going to do a per count and then total count, I guess. I guess the best way to do this, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's kind of a little messy, but per count plus equals 1. So we're counting the number of extra duplicates. So after you see 2, you'll start at 1. Else, cur count gets set back to 0. And total count plus equals cur count. We have to switch these lines. Yeah, so now the total count is added to cur count if, yeah, no, it doesn't even need an if, because if it's 0, it's going to be 0. And then I don't think I'm missing any cases here. I don't know exactly what this means. I really don't. I have to look into that more. Maybe I'm missing something, but and then we update the last char. Return total count here. I think that might be it. Let's see here. Okay, we got 1. Okay, this should be not 0. Why is that? So for I in range, if the last char, which is A, equals interesting. Why is AAA producing 0? Word of 0. Some really, really basic thing that I'm missing right here. We must never be getting in here because word of 0 equals A. Word of I, word of 1 equals A. Per count. I see. It's never actually getting in there. Okay. That's actually funny. Okay, plus equals per count. Or plus. Yeah, because like it never even gets that else case. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. And for off by 1 on every value, got to add that because the string itself is a possible string. It made no mistakes. And so if we submit that or run it, feel pretty confident about that solution. I'm going to send it off. And we got it. Looks like, yeah, we pretty good speed. And I feel pretty confident with that. We might be able to make some enhancements with the way we're like keeping track of like the last char. I don't love that, and the card count. I don't know. I can't think of an easier way at the moment, but see if anyone else has got something. Interesting. So they're starting from the back, and for every value that doesn't equal itself, it minuses 1. That's also a very, very smart solution. But this will work too. Starting from the back is a more cleaner solution. But this is very intuitive to read. This might be a little more confusing. So it's, a balance. But I think that's it for today.